Hey everybody, we are here at Digital CES 2021. And you guys know I love food and the technology related around it. So this is a really cool one. So I am here with Amit and he is with Heatbox. And this is kind of one of those cool things that, when I am going back to the office, I might need one of these. So Amit, how about you tell everybody what the Heatbox is?
Yeah, well, thank you for having me, Kevin. So Heatbox, the self-heating lunchbox, as the name already implies, it's a lunchbox that autonomously heats up your food wherever you are, whenever you want. So it's a battery-powered product. You bring your lunch or food or whatever you like to eat during the day with you in your Heatbox in the morning. You leave, and at the moment when you get hungry, you simply turn it on using the button on the device, or you simply use the app that we have, which is both iOS and Android compatible, and you select the amount of minutes you want it to heat for, and then you can enjoy a hot meal anywhere, anytime.
I love this idea because especially where my office is, I have one of those shared kitchens, and there's a microwave there, but it's scary.
Yeah, yeah,
Just-
yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. We hear that a lot. In the beginning, Heatbox actually came to existence from the frustration of not always being able to heat up food. That was during our university times, especially when we were traveling a lot as well. But we also hear from quite a lot of people that even if there is a microwave within reach, be it at the office or at university, they don't want to use it for multiple reasons. One being hygiene, other being microwave itself, the type of technology it uses. It tends to dry your food a bit more, which makes you lose nutrients as well. So we really try to have an alternative for the microwave and just make you independent of anything actually.
I love this. So, do you need any kind? It's not is so for the heat source. It's electrically powered, of course. But do you need to use like any special chemicals, or is any packs that you have to use to make sure it heats properly?
Yeah, exactly. So Heatbox actually uses steam technology. So what you do is you add a little bit of water in the morning. You can do that before you leave home, so you don't have to carry any water or a bottle of water with you or whatsoever. So you insert that in the inner container or underneath the food container. And the nice thing is that the water will stay completely separated from your actual food. So you won't be eating soup every day. So you don't have to worry about your rice or whatever it is that you're bringing with you will mix with the water. That's the only thing you have to do. Then you just leave and you go and do your thing. And once the moment is there and you're hungry, you simply turn it on. And what happens is that there's a heating element on which the water is placed upon. The heating element will initiate. It will start to get hot. Will create steam, and the steam is the thing that will heat up your food. So it's a fast and efficient, but also a tasty way to heat up food.
How long does it usually take to heat everything up?
Yeah, depending on the type of meal you have, so there are a number of factors actually that determine the time that you want should heat your meals. So one of it being the volume, the type of meal, so the density, other being the temperature of the food. But approximately for an average meal, it will take between 8 and 12 minutes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you can just get it started while you're, wrapping up an email in the office, and by the time you're done, it should be ready to go.
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
So yeah, I love it. And then are there any restrictions on what kind of food you can store in it? Is like totally liquid things taboo or anything like that?
No, actually, we've made it leak-proof as well, so it's okay for you to bring any type of food that you like. The thing is that we do focus on specific types of food and heating, so we do not recommend heating up crispy stuff. So you could best compare it to food that you would put in your steam oven.
Mhm.
If you have a steam oven, stuff like rice, potatoes, vegetables, meat, and fish. It's all good to go. But if you want to heat your sandwich, Heatbox is not the best product for that because it will get soggy, of course. But if you want I think 90% of the food that we eat is actually suitable for Heatbox.
Oh, that's awesome. And then you mentioned that there's actually an app that you can pair with it. What's actually in the app and some of the things that it features?
Exactly. So the main function and feature of the app is that you can actually connect to Heatbox and control it. So on the device, you can use it just simply by turning it on with the button it has. But in the app, you can exactly initiate Heatbox with the amount of minutes that you like to heat it for. So we have three main settings: low, medium, and high. And depending on the type of food for which we give you a little bit of advice on as well in the app, you can select the right steaming program for your specific meal at that specific time. Furthermore, we offer recipes. You can see battery status, total heating time. You get alerts and quite a lot more features. Actually, it's pretty cool.
And that's always one of those things I tell people is like, well, why aren't you using the app with it? I'm like, why do I need an app for this? I'm like, look at all the extra things you can do with it. And it even can help you figure out what you want to put in it, which is a big problem for me because I'm always like, what do I want to eat? So.
Exactly. I can imagine. Yeah. And the app is, of course, we noticed that a lot of other smart products use an app just to use an app, but we really see it as an extension of the product. So it's not really a nice to have, but it's actually, giving you a more complete feeling and an environment where you are fully in control.
Yeah, I love it. So how many so it's battery powered. So how many times can you actually use it before you need to charge it up again?
Yeah, so we offer a total heating time of 45 minutes. So that will equal to 2 to 3 good meals that you could heat up. So if you're, the nice thing about Heatbox is that it has an inner container. So it's actually a food container in the Heatbox, which you take out. This is the part that actually contains your food. And you can swap them out. So if you're a big eater, throughout the day, you can bring multiple of these with you, and you can swap them out for lunch, for dinner, and maybe your late night snack. And you can actually eat 3 times a day or 3 times in a row. If you're a very big eater, you could, in theory, consume 3 meals on one charge.
Ooh, I love that you can actually remove that because I know a lot of my friends are big food preppers, so they only cook one day so they could fill those up, and then in the morning they just swap them out before they leave to work.
Exactly, that's what we made it for. Yeah.
So yeah, I love that. And is it? I'm guessing USB-C, right? For the charging
exactly.
on it.
Yeah, USB-C, and we do also offer the option to charge your phone, but that will, of course, have an impact on the amount of heating time that you have. If you charge your phone, it will go down a bit.
Okay, yeah, I love that. I wish more devices actually did that because, I think you and I probably have run into the situations where like, crap, my phone is dead. I don't have a battery with me, and I just need to make a quick call. Like that is like just a nice kind of emergency save that you can do with it.
Sounds very familiar, Kevin.
So I really love it. And then one of the other interesting things that you guys did is to actually fund this. You created a Kickstarter campaign, right? So could you tell us a little bit about the campaign that you guys did?
Yeah, so we did an initial launch on Kickstarter.com. Went pretty well. We got funded within 24 hours, actually, within a day, for which we were quite happy. We did invest in it quite a lot in terms of time and other resources. And we just continued our campaign and just grew and grew, and backers just came, and the word spread, and we ended up with nearly 100K raised through Kickstarter in 30 days. And then we continued actually on Indiegogo through In Demand, which is like a separate program on Indiegogo, which they offer. And currently we have nearly 1,000 backers from over 50 countries, and we've raised over 180K so far.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I love that. So I kind of want to ask you a little bit about that. So were you initially always planning on once you finish the Kickstarter, you were going to go to Indiegogo In Demand, or was that kind of something that along the process you're like, oh, this, makes sense for the next step to kind of go forward and go with?
Yeah. Your latter answer is matching quite well with our strategy at the time. So we knew that we wanted to do a Kickstarter first because we knew we had the feeling that community matched our product the most. And then we thought, all right, we should continue our campaign because there are still people that were sending us messages, emails, and asking, hey, I missed the campaign. Can I still back you guys, or can I still be part of your community? That's when we realized, all right, we have to quickly set up this Indiegogo campaign, which we partially already planned a bit, but yeah, it was for us a confirmation that we should do it. And yeah, the rest is history. Actually, the Indiegogo backers are great as well. I think Indiegogo is highly underestimated in terms of its competition with Kickstarter, and so far all backers have been wonderful, remarkable.
And I kind of wanted to just ask you this because I always like asking people who've gone through Kickstarters before, if you could give advice to somebody who is looking to start their project, say next week or something like that, what kind of advice would you give them for preparing for a Kickstarter campaign?
Yeah, the number one piece of advice I would give: start now, rather yesterday than today. Take your time. But the thing really is, normally, if you are a regular startup, so not running a crowdfunding campaign, it's best to launch your product or project as soon as possible, learn from it, make mistakes. But for Kickstarter, it's really a one-time thing. So you launch once and you want to do it good. So really take your time. Sometimes I get this question a lot, actually, from other people that want to run a campaign, and they say, "Hey, I'm thinking about a product and I want to launch on Kickstarter next month." And I say, or I ask them, okay, what do you have so far? Well, I have this idea. And then I just cut them off and say, work out the idea, make a new plan, and at least take 3 to 6 months to really plan and think this through, how you're going to do this, have good content, and build your story around the product that you have in mind.
And then so you funded on the first day. So did you still have that kind of nervousness as the campaign was going on, where like every couple of minutes you check the campaign to make sure everything's going on, or were you like, okay, we got our goal, now we've got to focus on making this good?
Yeah, it's really, the goal is everything for us. So the moment we hit it, it was a very, very big relief. But on the other side, you should realize the better we perform during the campaign, the better things will go after the campaign. So more funds means a better product, more resources. So yeah, we were still really pushing to get the word out as much as possible, using PR a lot. All those things, actually. So yeah, it was relieving on the one side, and on the other side it was good, and it only motivated us to do better even.
Mm-hmm. And then, so did you guys do all your own marketing, or did you kind of hire out another firm to do that?
Yeah, so in terms of content creation and storyline creation, it's all us. It's our own story. We have a very good story as well. So that's most of it. It was on our side, yeah, and we work with partners as well, of course. Especially, there are a lot of advertisers within the game, focused and specialized in marketing campaigns for crowdfunding campaigns. So yeah, we work with those as well later in our campaign. Yeah, if I could give another piece of advice, I would definitely recommend to do those things as soon as possible in your campaign. We were actually postponing it, seeing and trying to do it on our own, but looking backwards, we know that we could have made more impact, actually, if we were to engage with other partners as well in a much earlier stage.
Mm-hmm. And then so here's always the big question: would you do another crowdfunding campaign for whatever next you're developing? I know you're still focused on getting this done, but if your next big idea, would you go back and go through the whole crowdfunding process again?
Yeah, really. My personal opinion is I really love crowdfunding. It's a great way to start your product career, a new product, to test the market and see how people react to your product. But the most important thing is that you have to deliver. So really, to be honest, Kevin, my mind is indeed, it's like very, very focused on delivering our project first. Because if we don't do this well, there won't be a second project. And I think that's where most campaigners go, don't perform very well with single campaigns, actually, and not ending up doing another campaign because they didn't deliver. So really, we really push to do our best to really deliver, make people happy. And when people are happy, then it's much easier to launch another campaign. So yeah, but yeah, if that moment is there, then we'll reconsider and maybe do another campaign for a 2.0 version or a new product even.
Mm-hmm. So in terms of your kind of process right there, where are you kind of in the delivery manufacturing process for Heatbox?
Yeah. So unfortunately, our original plan was to have it at the end of last year. We really, really had our goal of making it before Christmas and the holiday season, actually. But unfortunately, also we got hit by the pandemic. We have a manufacturing plant in Shenzhen in China, and
That turned everything upside down. Yeah.
exactly, and we kind of underestimated that at the beginning, and that got worse. Yeah, obstacles upon obstacles, people that leave the factory because it just our factory at some point, we're great on our way. We had everything finished on our side. We were ready to go there even, and then at some point, for 8 weeks, the factory just shut down, and we couldn't do anything. So it was really frustrating for us as well. So we focused on doing some more development on our side, just because we had some spare time, working on the app a bit more, optimizing the features that we have, software stuff. But there's only so much you can do. So yeah, the work actually got piled up also for the manufacturing plant when they could open up again, because we are relatively a new player, and new players have less power to negotiate and put pressure on the manufacturer because they make more products
Yeah.
next to ours. So that got pushed forward. Our new shipping date is actually at the beginning / mid Q2 of this year. So we're really, really excited to finally start production. We're about to actually produce the units right now. We have tested everything, and we will start fulfillment in Q2 of this year. I'm really, really excited to finally deliver
Yeah.
to all those very patient and very, very nice backers. It's so surprising because especially from the outside, it's if you go to older crowdfunding campaigns, you go there and you see all those negative comments on projects that are delayed. Because the truth is, I think almost every campaign will fail to deliver on time or the estimated time. There is only a handful, and those handful of campaigns that do make it on time are very, very experienced ones. Because startups and newly starting entrepreneurs on Kickstarter and crowdfunding in general are relatively less experienced in really doing a crowdfunding campaign. But it really surprised me how positive our backers are, how supportive they are, really open to and understanding the situation we are in right now. So yeah, I'm so thankful for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I love it because I was looking through your campaign a little bit. You do one of the things that on our show we tell everybody to do is, keep in contact with your backers and try to be as transparent as possible when you're talking to them. And I think you guys do a great job, and that translates into backers being, like really, who could have thought a pandemic would have shut down pretty much all of 2020 out there. And like it seems like you guys are doing the awesome job. So I'm really excited to see you guys getting, you're almost there to deliver.
Thanks, Kevin. Thank you. Means a lot.
Yeah. So if people are interested in trying to get their hands on a Heatbox and stuff, where should they go?
Yeah, we're actually still taking pre-orders now. We're almost shutting it down because we're nearing fulfillment. So we're still live on Indiegogo. So you can find us on Indiegogo if you search for Heatbox, the self-heating lunchbox. So yeah, I can also send you a link later to include.
Are you guys planning on trying to get these into a retail market anytime soon? After after you've delivered to everybody, are you planning on doing a retail partner or anything like that, or will you guys be selling it direct?
Definitely. So our main focus will be direct. So we want to sell it through our own website, of course. And afterwards, yeah, there will be retail partnerships. That's why CES is so nice for us, because we connect with so many people and so many brands all across the globe. And we get so much interest from all regions, actually, from Northern America to Asian distributors, retailers, everything. And they're really excited. Yeah, so it's a bit of like a hybrid strategy we want to go for. Yeah, we want to offer it on our own, but also hit the stores, of course.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, make sure you guys go check this out. And then Amit, thanks you so much for taking some time to talk to us, because CES is crazy busy. So I always appreciate it when people take time to talk to us to kind of show off what they have over there. So I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Kevin, and thank you for having me. And if I ever can do anything else for you, just let me know.
Perfect. All right, guys. So this is ktdata.net at CES 2021. And make sure you guys stay tuned. We should have some more.